It's Josh's first day of high school. This feels surreal. Josh, how do you feel?
Pretty good.
Happy birthday,
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. Happy birthday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
First day of school. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye-bye. Are you serious? So I wanted to basically show a kind of what my body looks like right now before I get into the meat of the half marathon training. So here it is. A lot of extra fat in my stomach. Yeah. So basically, I wanted to show that because typically in recent past I've always tried to like film like a long documentary showing like a progress of a fitness transformation that I start, but I feel like I always fizzle out on those ideas because it's so hard to film something long term in a vlog format and keep it interesting and also stick to it. So I feel like if I show the beginning of my physique in this vlog and document it throughout the next however many vlogs I make, being the marathon training, I'll actually probably stick to it better just because I don't have like the whole weight of making a whole film about it like looming over me. Hello, cat. So I want to tell a story about dealing with clients that aren't necessarily good clients, and we're gonna talk about that right now. So that's what today's vlog is gonna be. So I'm not going to name any names, obviously, but I've been working with a client for a while that, for a long time, I feel like one of my clients has been disrespecting not only my work, but my time and the efforts that I put in towards creating a good product for them. And it's gotten to a point where I feel like it's time for me to go my separate ways with the client. And this is something that I never thought about when I started this endeavor. Was that clients would ever be unhappy with my work. This just never crossed my mind, or that I would have a bad experience with a client. And this is all obviously part of the learning experience, and the reason I am not unhappy about the situation going wrong is because there is a positive in everything. I learned a ton about dealing with clients, negotiating, and setting myself up for success every time I go into a new client relationship through this. And that's super important in this process. And for anyone who wants to become a freelancer or start their own business like that, this is what you sign up for. This is, I like to think of long-term commitments or goals as like if there was a graph, you would look at it as loops. And when you start a business, the goal is not to live here on these highs or to get out of these lows. That's short-term stuff. We're talking about macro. So since I started going full-time freelance, I had a little bit of a dip right away. I wasn't getting clients right away. My client relationships didn't feel very good, and I wasn't enjoying myself, and I was pretty stressed out because it wasn't working. But I was not realizing that this little low right here is only a part of the long-term game, and then that a couple weeks later I would be on a high and then going back into another dip, which is right now. And it's all about playing the long-term game and getting out of the dips and realizing that that's the process and that's what needs to be enjoyed. You need to learn how to enjoy those lows because you can't have highs without the lows, and that's just how it is. What up?
What's this vlog about?
Bad clients.
Be a good client.
Josh? Any birthday words? But it's your birthday. And your first day of high school. How was it?
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
Was it chill? Meet new people? That's
And
it?
I met the vlog.
There you go. Nice. doing a very important phone call right here, so I'll get back to you guys
Hi, Mike.
after.
This is Ava. We had discussed on email a little bit.
Thinking Lake Theater would be a great spot because it's such a iconic piece of Oak Park, and I know you guys do a lot of stuff with the high school, so I was just wondering, like,
Period poo. Period poo.
so that went pretty much flawlessly.
Yeah.
By the way, Ava is my assistant, but we'll get into that in just a sec. But so Ava and I had a phone meeting with the guy at Lake Theater, and pretty much heard everything that I wanted to hear. Like, it was flawless. So look out for that, because we'll probably get that going soon. And
The only problem is you're competing with Star Wars. Who's gonna win?
yeah, but like, yeah, okay, we'll see. Not trying to beat Star Wars.
Yeah, so the beginning of this summer, we just kind of figured that Jake needed extra help with his scheduling and kind of big event planning, as he was gonna start working more towards the documentary. And we even talked about me kind of heading the basement remodel, which has kind of fallen off a bit, but we got a studio done. So I've just been basically doing his scheduling. I have his work life, his Thursday life, his personal work, and then his personal life. And like, for example, with this guy that we just talked to, I kind of just reached out and started the initial emails with him, getting some general information, and then setting it up. So I don't know, I've just been basically shooting the alley-oop for you to dunk it in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It's worked out well. And like, I suck at planning stuff and getting things done like on a big level. So like, I mean, like, vlogging I can do pretty easily, but like planning stuff, dealing with a bunch of clients, I get pretty like stressed out from all that. So that's where Ava comes in. And this is like pretty much the point of this, is like, know your weaknesses and like ask for help. And like, Ava's compensated. It's not like it's a one-way street, but like, it's knowing your weaknesses. And I feel like I've been told by people who I talk to about this at such a young age, knowing your weaknesses is like a huge strength in itself. So like, any advice I could give to anyone else who watches this stuff at a young age and wants to start doing stuff like this, know your weaknesses and like ask people for help, whether it's your parents or your friend or just anyone, ask for help. That's pretty much super helpful for me.
And the advice I would give is, if you have a friend that needs help, help them out, and maybe one day they'll buy you a G-Wagon. Yeah, boy.
She wants to be like David Dobrik's assistant, but
Who doesn't?
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Hope this was beneficial as a viewer, and stay classy.